Alright, hello, Lucon Hypercharge. Thank you guys for having me here. How are you guys doing today?
Hello, how are you?
Hello there.
So, a couple questions I'm going to ask first, just general questions. The first question I have is how long has Sword of Musket been in development?
Okay, first of all, I explained that the project plan was put forward in May 2020, and as a result of the research and development and the research process, our current work and the expansion of the team started around July and August, and still continues until today. So it has been a year. That's very long progress for now. Yeah.
That's a long time, a year in development, and you guys still have a long ways to go, correct? With all the
Yeah.
models and mod tools.
Yeah.
Speaking about the mod tools, how are the mod tools going with Tail Worlds?
The mod tools.
Yeah, how much support does Tail Worlds give you? How well is it? How well does it work?
Well, actually, we encounter many problems with that, but when we, reach to tailors, they help with that. Mostly, we tell them what we encountered, then they try to find, they try to give a solution for us. In the meantime, we search for a solution. Then, if they see that there's nothing we can do, then they decide to make a patch for it sometimes. But mostly, I mean, they try to help us, and they really do that. I mean, they really do that.
So they're not against you guys, they're working with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think they work with the other mods too, because we're not the one, and I'm sure they are helping with the modding tools to other mod teams too.
Alright, that's great. Let's hope the mod tools improve in the future. And
Yeah.
speaking on the developers, is there any chance that Sword of Musket could become an official DLC? Because that's how the Napoleonic Wars mod and Moorband became popular. Is there any chance that could
Well,
happen here?
actually, I
uh,
mean, yeah, go ahead.
uh, okay. First of all, about the DLC, it should be noted that this is a standalone free mod, total overhaul mod project for Bannerlord, and whether there is a DLC or not is up to the direct offer you will give to the Televerse company. And the agreements on this subject and an agreement we will make with the Televerse company, but such a thing is out of the question for now.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
just a mode for now. We don't know the future.
Alright, awesome. So on the topic of a DLC, what's the biggest difference between Sword and Musket and Mountain Blade Warband, Napoleonic Wars? What's going to be the big differences that you guys know so far?
Um, there will be, there will also be single player mode, and since Warband and Bannerlord are separate games, separate mods, separate game engine, and we can say anything that can be done differently from Warband is a difference. Um, on top of that, we will tell you about the new system.
The Warband and the Bannerlord are different games. So anything different than Warband will be the difference from Napoleonic Wars and Sword of Musket. For example, I mean, there will be similar things like some maps, iconic maps, and the gameplay will be similar. But other than that, we will add more systems based on Bannerlord modding capacity. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, all the basic differences between Bannerlord and Warband are going to stay the same, and then you're just gonna put your own twist on it.
I mean, we'll add a single player campaign as a storyline, and this will be the biggest difference because Napoleonic Wars didn't have any single player campaign, so this will be the biggest one. But other than that, we will add new factions. There will be minor factions too, etc.
Yeah. How many minor factions, and which minor factions are you guys planning on adding?
Which what?
Minor factions, like all the smaller nations like Italy,
Factions.
Spain.
Okay, there are 5 major factions: France, United Kingdom, Prussia, Austria, and Russia, and 8, 9 minor factions. There will Ottoman Empire and Ottomans, Sweden, Bavaria, Denmark, and Norway, Saxony, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, and Kingdom of Italy. 9 for now.
Nice, that's a lot more nations than NW.
Yeah, the minor factions.
So, along with the factions, how many infantry regiments and like cav regiments will be in each faction? Like, what kind of unit selection will we have?
Bro, it varies from nations to nation, you know. Example, I'll give one subject for French Empire. So we have a 6-line Fusilier company right now, 3 Old Guard, 2 Grenadier company, 2 Light Infantry company, pardon me, Light Infantry regiment, 2 rifles, 2 Marines, 2 artillery regiments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For French, I think 16 regiment have.
So it's going to be different for every nation, the amount of regiments.
Major nations, we are making them much regiment, but the minors, we can add less regiments. Example, for the Ottomans or Italy and the others, we can add the 2 and 3 infantry regiment and adding the 2 cavalry regiment for the game. Not much for the minor faction, but the major
that makes
faction is
sense.
much. Yeah, but of course, it varies from changing from the nations to the nations.
How will the regiment and clan system work? Will there be a registry? Will the regiments be able to sign up in game or on a forum? How's it going to work?
For a registration, example, the communities must first register in the regiment section of the game, and if this registration is in the previous module, permission must be obtained from the community regional representative and national representative and the army command in the country, provided that permission is obtained and in order to avoid the name conflicts. Example, the 2 regiment, they are the same name, we can't. We need a choice which one ought register before the FSA forum, which one the old people, you understand. I can say this, if you have an old regiment, prove it, and there are regional representations. If you are American, there are European and country representatives. If you are American, you can contact them too. Then after getting approval by the army commanders appointed by the community management's board moderator, that is, and the community managements, You will indicate if you want or don't want to stay in the army. Your choice, the regiment's leader choice. And options are not mandatory, but you must do these steps if you want to accredit your regiment.
So
Example,
regiments
uh,
are under like army. So is there going to be a French army leader, an Austrian army leader, German army leader?
yeah, regimental, brigade, divisional, corps, and the army system will be clear and PCOs. It will give incentive support to large communities, and we will support them, and it will be fun, I think, just like the North and South system. Maybe you remember the North and South. They have a two army, the Excellent Army and the Union Army. And if the Televos give us their custom server and the server have a support the 200 versus the 200 fights, that's very impressive. War atmosphere, But of course, there will be many more things to come. All will be fun and community supportive things that the regimental community will support. Yeah.
Alright, seems like an interesting new system. I hope it works well.
Yeah, I hope so. But of course, that is not mandatory.
So it's optional to participate in that. You don't
Pardon
have
me?
to. You don't have to join one of the armies. You can just be on your own.
Of course.
Alright,
Yeah.
some people would not want to join one of those big things.
Their choice, of course. Their choice.
Yeah, but there's a problem with the namings, and a lot of regiments are, how can I say, arguing with the naming. I mean, we got the first. No, we are not. I mean, no, you're not. No, we are. Uh, we actually don't want these arguings again in this module.
And one situation example, Steve, you have a 3A regiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Hypercharge have a 3A regiment. Hypercharge part of the Europe, this regiment, not NA. I mean, he don't have any North American people, and you are only have North American people. We can't accept that.
So one of us would have to change names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
So even if they're in a different region, they have to have different names.
not important different regions or continents, only one regiment name have.
Yeah,
Example,
it doesn't differ to continents. I
yeah.
mean, you need to have one 3A.
We can't do two regiment name. One of them European side, one of them example North American side. That is not possible. But of course, if they will deal, we are solid, but the system not support that. We are locked the system. Example, you write the clan, multiplayer clan, you write 3A, nobody don't own that.
Servers be able to support 200 player LAN battles or more.
Check them.
I mean, this is related to servers. So since we don't have any servers, but as I saw and remember, with the first times of the game, the multiplayer sieges, for example, I saw like 140 people could, it was the limit, server limit. I don't know if this can be increased. We need to find out this when the servers are available for us modders.
All right. Yeah, let's hope we can get up to those 200, just like in NW.
Yeah.
Related to maps, will players be able to make custom maps, and will there be randomly generated maps?
I actually I'm not sure about the creating custom maps and playing in the servers. Maybe that would be possible, but I still don't know because the servers aren't released. But the randomly generated maps they are not in the Bannerlord 2 as I remember. So most of the people, I mean, playing on a skirmish maps, certain skirmish maps like Landian Town, for example. So we may need to make a system that our own. For example, we make one scene, then changed its properties with the C sharp code, for example, or we just make I don't know 100 different maps and make a rotation with that. So it will change on whatever we can. We can do both or one of it. It will change in time.
All right, thank you for the answer. So for shooting, will you be able to aim directly down the musket and use the iron sights on the musket, or will it be reticle based?
Actually, I mean, I don't have any idea on it, but the reticle, I mean, I don't know. There will be just, it will be similar to Napoleonic Wars, but I'm not sure about it too. I mean, I don't have any idea on that.
All right, I just had two other shooting questions, but we'll answer them to the best of the ability. So, would shooting be as inaccurate as NW, or as accurate as Holdfast, and will there be bullet drop?
The how can I say the shot accuracy will be of course inaccurate in sometimes. Maybe we would not make so much that inaccurate, or we just make a balance. For example, we add a misfire, but it's on admins. It will be an option for admins to open and close. So when it's opened, for example, misfire on, the inaccuracy will be low, for example, because when you fire, it has a chance to misfire, but you should be shoot accurately, or misfire off. The inaccuracy will be, I don't know, normal. We can do something like that, but it will not be that much accurate as Holdfast. And the bullet drop, you mean uh, the bullet goes changed angles
Yeah, the farther the
from
bullet
distance?
goes, the farther the bullet goes, the lower it
Yeah,
drops.
yeah, it will be. I mean, the base game has that.
Okay. So, and for melee, will the melee be based off the spear in Bannerlord, or will it be based off of something completely different?
Well, actually, the animations will look like spear, but the damage will be almost same with the swords. I mean, the bayonets are, cut. It's now cut damage for in our code, so it will cut like swords.
Alright, so the animations are spear like, but the damage is like the swords.
Mhm.
Alright.
I mean, we will make the balance of that too. We'll try to make similar to Napoleonic Wars in order to make the gameplay good.
Anything but Holdfast melee.
Mhm.
So, in game, is there any chance that there'll be like in-game voice chat where you can talk with people in game and not have to type, just use your voice, talk around with people?
I think I think the Televos made it, right? Japan.
Yeah, there was a patch note that the whip was being made, so I don't know. Maybe in future patches they will add, but if they don't, then we may do. But I don't know.
All right, and if they don't make it, you guys can't do that on your own, right? It would have to be through Tail Worlds.
Yeah, I mean, while we were making a research about multiplayer stuff, some of our coders said that it's possible to make a VoIP in game, but you need to do in your own server or like that. But that's all I know. Since then, Taylor's announced that they are making a VoIP, so
All right, awesome. That'd be great to have some VoIP in the game. That'd make be a big difference between NW. For line leading, is there any chance there's gonna be like a buff tool that officers can use? So like they press a button and it gives like a slight accuracy buff when shooting, or they press a button it's gonna give a slight melee or health buff.
actually, we are thinking something like that. For example, the thing you said was good. Was a good example to the systems we are going to make or include. I mean, this would be a good implementation to gameplay or immersion, but that could break the competitive spirit in some games, some matches. So we should be thinking that making this as an option to admins, open the buffs or close, etc.
Will there be a dynamic weather system? So like during the maps, could it go from night to day or day to night in the maps? Could it start raining out of nowhere? Will the weather change?
Actually, I'm not sure about that is possible, but in the first days of the release of modding tools, I talked to Taylor's developers, and there was a speech about that dynamic weather system. They said it's not that easy, but it's possible to make. But there's nothing in our plans for now. But maybe we can try to make that when we finish the base thing.
All right, it'd be really cool to just be in the middle of a battle. It starts raining out of nowhere. Let's hope Tailworlds can come through with it.
Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, think about the Battlefield one, for example. It starts raining
That'd be
out of
great.
nowhere. Yeah.
For a gameplay mechanic, would you be able to shoot? Whenever you shoot, would you be able to see even you hit something? Would you be able to see how far you hit, like the meters? Would you be able to see the damage you delivered? How quickly you reload? Would you be able to see all those details, or would that not be included?
Actually, I don't have any idea about that because this maybe could, how can I say, spam messages in the bottom left of the screen. So maybe that would annoy some players or not. So I don't have any ideas about that. We should make a survey for it too.
I just brought it up because in Bannerlord, you know how when you deliver damage, it says in the bottom of your screen the amount of damage delivered.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, but it needs to be, think because it's a mode that are going to be played online. So
All right. In single player, will it only ever be storyline based, or will there ever be like a sandbox version where you can just go around Europe? So will it always only be the French Revolution and Napoleonic War storyline, or can you sandbox and just travel around Europe, recruiting people, sieging? Is it going to be free play or just strictly storyline?
there will be a storyline, just a storyline, but it will be like, how can I say?
It will be store based.
Hmm?
It will be store based.
Yeah, it will be story based, but it will. How can I say? I mean, you can see the both sides. Looking. For example, what French people were thinking while or a French soldier. What a French soldier thinking about these enemies, for example, or what a Russian soldier thinking about the French enemy. I mean, they will be reflected like you're watching a film, but I mean, you will live in it.
So can you play both sides, or can you only play the French side? Can you play French, Russia, Prussia, UK,
Um,
or can you only play one side?
you will play. I mean, that actually is not decided, but I have an idea about that. I mean, in the scenario, there will be places that you will look to the matters from the different side. I mean, for example, one incident you see, for example, Bastille, you will see from the looking of the prisoners and maybe the rioters or the royal guards, for example. I mean, or battle or not the battle, the siege of Leipzig, for example. One side, maybe you can see the Russian looking at the siege, or the French uh, uh, looking in the siege. I mean, that would differ in the scenario, but maybe we can give, you know, how can I say, a choice to select players. That which side do you want in this? Do you want to play in this scenario? Maybe we can do something like that, or just let it pass naturally.
It'd be great to play both sides so that you can play the battle once as French and then swap sides for replayability. Just add some replayability to the game, be great. Only if it's
Mhm.
possible. Will there ever be a testing phase for the game, or are you just going to release it whenever
Uh,
the game feels ready?
oh, so unfortunately, the testing phases will be not made public until future notice. So I don't want to get people excited about this. We continue our work with extreme secrecy and attention.
Alright.
Not possible for the public test. Uh, we are just testing in our development team for now.
For now.
Yes, yeah, for now. The second announcement.
Alright, I have two questions left, probably the biggest questions that people are going to wonder. I kind of already asked before, but will Sword and Musket be free?
Nice question. That is mod, Um, how can I explain?
I mean, it's a mode. When it's released, you can download. You know, it's just a ordinary mode. For now, I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know what future would bring.
So it all depends on the
It's
future.
come up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, not any definite answer
Yeah.
because we don't know what we can do that from the future.
All right. So all depends on the future.
Yeah.
And the last question I have, and the biggest question that you're going to get asked all the time, settle it once and for all. When will Sword and Musket be released?
When no any time, but we have a fair formula for this game. Pardon me, for this mod. The first, the early access need to be finished. The second one, the custom service. You need a custom service. The
Yep.
third, we completely all our assets, uniforms, everything. Four, no, I think that is a four. No, yeah, four. For the mechanic system, we need to rewrite something. Example, the class system, the regimental battalion and company system, and many more. And the five, we are test, and if not any problem, we are publish the community. But
Alright.
not any time. The Televars released the future plans. We have one more year for the development progress, and I can't say anything about that.
Yeah, so all depends on Tail Worlds and the servers.
Yeah, but yeah, Hypercharge said something about that. I think you have a
I
question.
mean, we still, encounter with errors. I mean, still, and we are going to, and we will, when the servers are out. So it will be a long time to develop this mode, but it will be out. But its end will not be like Bannerlord. I mean, there will be not 8 years. I can say that.
Alright, that's all the questions I have. Thank you guys for talking with me. It's been great talking with you guys, learning about the game. Hopefully the release date, people don't keep asking for it. People can settle on it. I'm excited for the game. I bet everyone else is. Anything you guys want to add on?
No, thank you so much.
Yeah, we just want, we are players too. We just want to have fun, like you all.
Alright, well, thank you for your time, guys. You guys have a great day.
Thank you so much, bro.
Days.